Today we're going to do my take on Memphis style dry ribs. Dry doesn't mean they're dried out. All it means is that the sauce is served on the side. We don't put any sauce on the rib. They're just simply cooked with a dry rub on them. We're going to start out today with a 3-pack of Chairman's Reserve Premium St. Louis cut ribs. It's a company out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. They have excellent pork. Very good marbling in this pork. It's going to make it nice and tender. It's going to give it a lot of flavor. Remember, with pork, fat is flavor. Going to unwrap these ribs and we're going to rinse them off. You want to use nice cold water to rinse them off. Once we got them rinsed, we got to deal with the silver skin on the back. Put a small sharp knife under one end of that and raise it up off of that bone. You'll find that you can't grab a hold of that with your hands. It's too slippery. But if you use a paper towel, you can grab it and pull it right off of that rack of ribs. I'm going to do that to all 3 racks. As for our rub, here's the ingredients. Some of these may look a little strange to you. You'll find if you go online, you can buy every one of those powders. We've got our rub all mixed up. We're going to start coating our ribs. We want to make sure we coat both sides and the edges. Get all 3 racks thoroughly coated. Let's move outside to our grill. We'll be using a Char-Griller DUO today to smoke these ribs. In our firebox, we're going to place a full chimney of unlit charcoal. We're going to take another half chimney of charcoal and light it on our side burner. We're going to place that on top of the unlit charcoal. We're going to be smoking these ribs today at 275 degrees. We're cooking them for 4 hours, so we want a nice slow burn. In our smoker, we've put an aluminum foil roasting pan on top of the ashtray. We've set the ashtray at its highest setting, and we're pouring apple juice in here to make it nice and moist, to turn it into a wet smoker. I'm going to reserve some of that, and we're going to put that into a spray bottle that we can use to mist our ribs every hour while they're cooking. Putting our ribs on the smoker, you'll find that in these 3-packs there's always one rack that's smaller than the other 2. You want to put that one in the center. You want to put the thick end of the ribs down towards the firebox. As I said, we're going to be smoking these with apple wood. We're going to hit them early with some big chunks of apple wood, get some heavy smoke on them early. We don't want to put too much on there. If the smoke is white, the fire is right. It's been 1 hour. We're going to take our apple juice in our spray bottle and mist our ribs. Get them nice and moist on the top. Moisten that rub. Now 3 hours is up. Time to wrap our ribs. I'm going to put some foil down with the shiny side up. On top of that, we're going to put a bed of brown sugar. Then we're going to put some squeezed butter on that. Top of that, we're going to squeeze some honey. With that done, we want to put our ribs on here with the meat side down. We're then going to wrap this up as tight as we can, being careful not to punch a hole through the aluminum foil with the exposed bones on the ribs. We want this wrapped up nice and tight. We're going to do this to all 3 racks of ribs and put them back on our smoker. We're going to cook them at 275 for another hour. Right, we're done. We're in the kitchen. You want to open these packs up at one end and you want to pour the juice out. There's going to be a lot of juice in here. It's very hot and it can burn you. Our ribs are all done and ready to serve. No sauce on them, no sauce needed. Enjoy.